So good morning, and let's sit on the edge of the chair. And take your right leg and slide it, the whole foot on the floor and the whole foot forward. And the whole foot back and the whole foot forward. How far can you go with the foot staying on the floor, not lifting the toes and not lifting the heel? So the movement is from the ankle. It's kind of like doing this, but we're moving the foot, we're dragging it on the floor, and we're dragging it as far as we can. And we drag it back flat on the floor. And when you go back, the heel wants to come up. See if you can keep it so you get more and more movement in the ankle. Sliding it back and sliding it forward. And start noticing how the knee is tracking, how the knee is kind of rounding. The little bone, the patella, how it's coming forward and down and then sliding back up. And keep on kind of thinking about it and looking in it and feeling it. Is your foot going straight forward, or is it sliding a little bit with an angle to the side? Is there a lot of effort in your thigh, or can you make it easy? Good, and rest in the middle. And take two hands and lift that leg up. And now do it in the air. Moving back, so you don't have the floor to give you feedback. You're sliding back, and you're sliding forward. And you're not moving the foot, but you're moving the ankle. So if your toes are up like this, you move the foot up. See if you can look at the foot and see if you can keep it flat. So it's the ankle that's moving. If your toes are coming up, that means that you went into the foot. We're trying to move only from the ankle for right now. So it's the lower leg that's moving forward and back, creating the motion in the ankle. It's not so easy, is it? And rest the leg a little bit.
With the right ankle.
Yeah, we're gonna do it on the left in a minute. And lift the right leg again and let it hang. And now move the foot up and down. So now the ankle is moving because of the foot is moving. And rest it for a minute. And lift the right leg last time for right now. And now we're going to take the lower leg back and the toes and the foot. And when we bring the and back and forward. So it's the lower leg and the foot. And it's the lower leg and the foot. So the lower leg drags back and the toes come up. And the legs go forward and the toes come down. Wonderful. And back and forward and back. And this is the motion that we do when we walk, isn't it? So we have to have the rolling and the movement and the freedom in the ankle as well as the patella moving, gliding. And rest the leg. Let's compare between one side and the other. Do you feel difference between the two legs? And we just did less than 5 minutes. Pop, pump, 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 pump, pop, pump. This one is for the lymph. Pump, pop, pump, pop, pump, pop, pump. Again, pop, pump, 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 pop, pump. All right, we have a left leg too, right? So first we're dragging it flat on the floor. Don't lift the heel, don't lift the toes. Drag it. It's like you're trying to clean something off the sole of your shoes. Drag it, don't lift, don't lift, don't lift. Don't lift the toes. I see you guys. Don't lift the heels, don't lift the toes. Forward completely. So now we're working only with the lower leg and the knee tracking. So the ankle is working pretty hard. And we're isolating right now. It's good. Keep on, same leg, the left leg. Try to drag and find what is in the ankle that doesn't want to work. How is it doing it? Is it tracking straight forward? Does it go to the side? Where do I want to lift my heel? When do I want to lift my toes? Can I go in an easy way, forward and back, dragging, like the foot is glued to the rug or to the floor. Some of you are still lifting. See if you can drag without lifting. And forward and to the center. And now we're going to take the two hands and we're going to lift the left leg and we let it hang. And now we're going to keep the foot flat. That was a little challenging. We're going to still move the lower leg, but the foot will stay flat. It's the lower leg, but now we don't have the feedback of the floor. Only the ankle. If you're lifting the toes, you know that you're involving the foot. So look at it. Try helping with the eyes. And see if you can move from the knee down to the ankle, but still not involve the foot. Challenge for the head too, not just for the body. Some are still lifting the toes. Can you keep the toes parallel, the same height of your heel? Good, and rest. Rest your hand. And then lift the leg once again. Let it hang. And now lift the toes and lower the toes. So now we're working the foot up and down, which is very familiar. Whenever we do exercise, they tell us to lift the foot up and down, right? But for a good organization, we need to be able to do the other things because it's all working together. this is only the foot. And rest it. Pam, 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 pam. Come closer to the edge of the chair. Pam, 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 pam. And now we're gonna lift the right leg. And remember how we went in towards the body and the toes came up? So bring the leg closer to the body and put the toes down. And when you bring the leg forward, then bring the toes up. And when the leg comes into the body, lower the toes down. And when you bring the leg forward, bring the toes up. And we're stretching the front and we are flexing the front. And we're stretching the front. And now we're stretching the back. And we're stretching the front, pointing the toes down. And we're stretching the back of the leg by pointing the toes up, 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 up. And we're stretching the toes down. We're stretching the front of the leg. And we're stretching the back of the leg by bringing the toes up. And stretch, stretch, stretch the front. And flex the foot and stretch the back. And let's stay there for a minute. And now pump it up, 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 and down. Good. Let's try the other leg in a minute. Take a deep breath. And let's go to the other side. So we're catching the leg, we're lifting it up. First we're doing what we did before. We're bringing the leg in and we're flexing. And we're bringing the leg forward and we're pointing. And now we're going to start doing the opposite. When we bring the leg in, we point. So we're stretching the front of the leg. And when we're bringing it forward, we flex and we're stretching the back of the leg. And we're stretching the front of the leg. And we're stretching the back of the leg. And we're stretching the front of the leg. Toes down and toes up. We're stretching the back of the leg. And down. Inhale maybe when we go up. And down. And stay up, and we're going to bounce it up. Up and 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 down. Take a deep breath. And if you want to bang on your thighs a little bit, go ahead. And we're going to go pop, 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 pop. We're going to take the right leg. We're going to lift the knee up and the foot up. We're going to take it forward and we're going to angle it a little bit curved in so the toes will look forward like we're trying to kick a ball. And kick and come in. And kick and come in. And kick and come in one more time. And kick and come in and let it rest. You feeling the thigh? Let's do the left. Lift the left. We're going to kick with the turning in come back, straight underneath. And we're gonna kick with a curve, come in. And we're gonna kick with a curve, in. And we're gonna kick with a curve. We're gonna come in, and we're gonna lower down. When we do a kick, it actually needs to come from the pelvis. So let's open the legs a little bit wider, sit on the very edge of the chair, and hold on to the chair for security. Take the right leg and bring the knee in and allow the hip to come with you so the hip is falling off the chair, and then bring it back onto the chair. So the heel comes up, you're getting the turn of the foot, which we just did in the air. Bring the knee in and down and allow the hip to roll forward and come back in. So the heel is released, the toe is swiveling to that angle inward, the knee comes with it and the hip comes with it. And come back. And the heel releases, the foot swivels, the knee gets the direction of kicking, and the hip comes with it. And back into the chair. And heel releases, swivel. So now the toes are pointing forward, the knee is pointing in, and boom, the heel goes with it, the hip goes with it. And come back. And let's do it one more time. Heel is up, and everything is turning in, including the pelvis, and even your chest and your eyes. And come back. So now let's try and do it on the other side. Heel will come off the floor, turn the foot, so the toes go in, the knee goes in, and the hip comes with it. And then the hip comes back to the chair, the knee comes back, and the foot comes and heel is down. And heel is up, turn, 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 and the hip goes off the chair. It falls off the chair, but you're holding on to the chair with the hands, so no falling. But you want to sit on the edge of the chair so you can actually get the feeling of the hip turning and hanging in mid-air. So if my left hip is in the air, my right hand holds on to the chair. And then I'm coming back. Try to hold with the other hand. And so the left, there you go. So now you can turn. Hold on the chair, on the top of the chair. There. Now you can turn. There you go. Beautiful. And come back. And heel up. And swivel. And allow half of your body to hang off the chair. And come back. And now put the other hand on the chair, and we're going to go in the direction. And now that you're hanging off, the left side is hanging, the right side, sorry. The right side is hanging off the chair, the knee is pointing down. And now hold on to the chair and see if you can lift the toe and let it go. And lift the back toe and let it go. And lift the back toe and let it go. And lift the back toe and let it go. Now we're gonna lift the back toe and make a step. And step back. And step forward. And step back. And one half of me is hanging, right? And I'm holding. Step forward, step back. Step forward, step back. Step forward, step back. Step forward, step back. Beautiful. Step forward, step back. Now step back, step forward a little bit. Step back, and step back, step back, forward. Step back as far as you can, and now press the heel backwards. Press the heel backwards, like the heel wants to get to the floor. So your knee has to be almost straight. You want to take the leg as far back as you can. And press the heel back. Very nice. And press the heel back. And one more time. And get the leg to rest. Bring the pelvis back to the chair. Come back sitting forward. Take a breath. And congratulations, you were hanging half of the chair. And nobody fell. That's the idea. I want to play on the edge with enough security. So if it ever comes, your body knows what to do. It's not that the head. It's not, oh, I'm falling. Oh, what did she do in class? It needs to be in the body. So now let's do the other side. Turn. So the left side is hanging. And now we're going to lift and lower. We're going to lift and lower. We're going to lift and lower. Good. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Try to get the knee to point down. The back knee pointing down. There you go. Is low down. So the toes needs to go behind us. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Okay, take a breath. And now with courage, we're going to step forward and we're going to step back. And we're going to step forward and back. Now your brain already knows because we did it on the other side. It might be a little easier on this side.
It's mirroring you.
Yeah.
What?
Mirror you.
Mirroring you.
Yeah, it's easier.
And back. And forward and back. And forward and back. Rest for a second. Because now we're going to go further back and coming. Returning. Further back and returning. Further back and returning. Further back, returning. Further back, returning. And stay back. Get the heel to go further back and release the heel. And press the heel and release the heel. And press the heel and release the heel. Press the heel back and release. And press and release. Bring the leg back and bring the hip on the chair. Come back to center. And just bring the knees in and out and in and out and in and out. And get the feet to move freely from outside to inside. And try to help with the hands maybe. Freedom. Freedom. Good, and now bring the feet together. Or close to one another, sorry, just close. And both of them to one side and both of them to the other side. So the pelvis is turning. You know those lazy Susans? So we're rotating, whoops, and we're rotating, whoops. And we're rotating with the hip and the knees move. We are rotating with the hip and the knees move. So I'm not doing wishing wipers on the car. I'm swiveling my hip. I'm swiveling my hip. So you need a little bit power. It's turning the hip to the east and turning the hip to the west. So it's nothing to do with the chest and the head, it's the hip. And power in the hip. This is our power engine. This is the engine. Give gas. Give gas. Yeah, push. There you go. Push. 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 And center. Good job. Good work. Pam, 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 pam. going to the very first thing that we did, but we're gonna do it with the lower leg and the foot, and see if you have a little bit more freedom, and if your hip is moving as well, if you are tracking in, if you can maybe get a little bit further forward and a little bit further into the hip, and a little further forward and a little further into the hip, and rest. And we'll try the other leg. Forward and long, and into the pelvis, into the hip, and out of the hip, and into the hip. And it's the knee and the ankle, and it's the ankle, knee, and hip. It's the hip, knee, and ankle. It's an ankle, knee, and hip. Let's do it one more time. From the hip to the knee to the ankle, from the ankle, the knee, and the pelvis, and rest. Whew. Put your hands together, interlace your fingers, press forward, release, press forward, release. Take your left hand and put it, turn your hands so they are facing backwards, and now bring the left over the right and interlace. Now bring it into you and take it away from you, and bring it into you and take it out. Open the hands, the left is coming back, and now the right one will come over the left, interlace. It's back to back, right over the left. Give yourself a handshake, interlacing. Bring the hands into the chest, unfold it forward, 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 forward. So one hand is over the other and coming back, and release. And thank you so very much.